Good evening, everyone. You join us for this T20 between the Chennai Carvers and the Tridents. I'm Mike Atherton, and with me for this exciting contest is Mel Jones, Ali Mitchell, Ian Healy, and the irrepressible David Gower.
Well, others, thanks to that warm introduction, I, for one, am looking forward to the day's play. I've been down pitch side to look at the conditions, and it really does seem like a batter's paradise. Don't think the bowlers were getting a lot of help on this pitch. Something that shouldn't cause any problem. You'd be tempted to bat first on this pitch, but with this bowling attack, it's not a bad idea to get them at the opposition early and see what problems they can cause.
Right, so we're ready to get underway. Always something special about that first delivery. It can really set the tone for the match.
Yep.
Ease through the field. There'll be runs here.
Bowler!
A couple on offer here.
Got forward well and was able to drive the ball. A lovely shot and good running.
Cuts that off well in the infield. Bowler is confident on this one. A wonderful delivery.
After it, but just couldn't lay a bat on it.
That one does the trick. Big in-swinger, and they can't keep it out.
A trudge back to the pavilion. A disappointing display in the end. For someone with such batting skills, this goes down as a fail.
Difficult.
Surprised they didn't go for a third. Would have been a very simple one. Yes. Good throw from the deep. On target.
Gone. Brilliant in the field.
An innings that promised much and really, in the end, delivered very...
Been able to cut loose in the last few overs.
Yes.
Well timed, but there's a fielder out there.
You can't fault the bowling. Sometimes your opponent is just too good. Wonderful front foot shot, and there was absolutely no point in chasing that. Just a little at the end as it went through to the keeper.
Yep. Doesn't beat the infield. Crying wolf is not the best approach. It'll just annoy the umpire.
Couldn't find a gap.
End of the over, 7 off it. The Tridents are 30 for 2.
Wait.
Overstepping, just a little too eager on that delivery.
Overstepped on that occasion.
Yep.
Saw that early. No one's catching that. Great shot.
4 runs. They were so still at the crease. Just a slight movement forward. Fabulous shots.
That has gone very, very high. might be safe.
They got it over the top, had pretty good control, and one bounce over the rope. Looking back at it, I'd say they'd have made it easily, so in the end, poor running.
Huge shout. The bowler seems very confident with that one.
So that's the third wicket down. Not a happy person walking off the field. There's a real feeling of disappointment.
Coming to the wicket, they'll be looking to play within the V early. Really good shot there.
Just perfection, a majestic shot. You just cannot hit it any better than that. Raced away to the boundary.
Couldn't have hit that any better.
Surprised they didn't go for a third. Would have been a very simple run.
Lovely shot. Good seam position, but over-pitched and got what it deserved.
Found the gap with ease. Wasn't the worst ball you'll see, but it still raced to the rope.
Nicely played. Perfect timing.
No troubles getting back to play that shot.
Caused some trouble. In the air. Looks to be landing safely.
It was in the air for a long time, but four bounced just inside the rope.
Wonderful delivery to get the edge. They've got to keep hammering away at that spot time and again. Right off the middle of the bat.
That's the 50 partnership between these two, gaining some...
Nice shot.
Threaded it through brilliantly. All timing on that shot.
To follow up that last delivery and keep the batter under pressure. Oh my, that's racing away.
You can't hit the ball much better than that. Timed it to perfection.
A real beauty. Just times it so well.
That really wasn't a great delivery. Seen early, and it was dispatched with aplomb.
From the south end. Timed that brilliantly.
You can't fault the bowling. Sometimes your opponent is just too...
Couldn't have played that any better.
And that brings up a half century for this batsman.
They haven't messed about. Brings up a rapid 50. Hasn't let any of the bowlers settle. Really good.
Yes. Great shot, but it's not going to beat the fielder.
And that brings up 50 runs for this batsman.
Really good innings to bring up the half century.
Lovely bowling. Strong appeal. The keeper seems convinced this is out. Could be worthwhile sending it to the third umpire.
I'm not hearing anything on this.
Could that be out? Looks so. Nice timing, good batting, won't get to the boundary. Getting nicely settled at the crease now. Would have been really happy with that last shot.
I, for one, reckon that second run was on, but clearly the batters knew better.
End of the over. 14 runs. Against some early wickets. This will be a difficult chase. Hit that hard, nailed it.
Yes.
The fielder could only pick that up off the boundary rope, punched that away through the covers with exquisite timing.
Conway has got the big shot away this over. Now they can focus on playing the next ball on its merits. Can't bowl there. Too full and helped on its way.
It was just a little bit too full, and it was beautifully timed.
A little short on that occasion. Needs to adjust the length slightly to be just a little fuller. Too short on this pitch, and as we've seen already, it makes it very easy to score. Easy catch. Didn't have to move, really.
It's the wicket they so desperately wanted. They've...
Oh my, that's just flown off the middle.
That was a massive shot, middled, and it flew over the boundary. Brilliant stuff.
Great timing, right off the meat of the bat.
Managed to get onto the front foot early, and just incredible power to loft that one over the boundary.
Couldn't have hit that any better. There'll be runs here. That's out. Caught.
The trudge back to the pavilion. A good...
Yeah.
They'd look for a couple here.
Fine placement and enough timing to get that ball away to the boundary.
Caught. What a position to set there. A brilliant catch.
They will receive now the warmest...
thrust the pad at it. Huge shout. The bowler seems very confident with that one. Timed that brilliantly.
Got that one. Clean out of the middle. 4 off a brilliant shot.
I'd like to see them aim for the top of off now. As a bowler, you've got to make them play on your terms.
Yes.
Massive edge. Out. Caught.
A long walk back to the pavilion from someone of this skill level.
With the fall of that wicket, the new batter comes right off the middle of the bat.
That's gone a long, long way. Well and truly into the 20s now, and surely looking towards a big score.
Nice shot.
That's just silly. The power on that shot is incredible. That's the sort of shot you want to see at a cricket match.
That's going a long way. What a shot that is.
A really good 50 partnership. These two are looking strong, and it's going to take something special to break it up.
All right. Confident appeal. Could it be? It was full enough and shaping like it's going to hit. This is close.
I'm not hearing anything on this. That could be trouble. Was there an edge? This could be trouble. Certainly no issue with the line. A great innings coming to an end.
Got all of it, and for 6.
Just missed the line, not the worst delivery, but that was dispatched with interest. Everyone just watched that in awe.
Gone, it's a good catch.
Well, the end of a productive...
Ticket will come. Nicely played.
Really good innings to bring up the half-century. Impressive batting.
Flew away with pace. Brilliant timing.
Well, that's a waste of a delivery. Absolutely no trouble getting onto it and dispatching it for 6.
That's right out of the middle of the bat.
Nothing really wrong with the delivery. Got onto the front foot and found the space to get that one to the boundary.
Gone right through the defences.
They find them.
Got that away nicely.
And that marks the end of the match. The Chennai Carvers complete a decisive victory in this match. Thank you very much for joining us here for this
A
match.
brilliant batting effort gets them home easily in the end. A fabulous all-round performance in what has been...